series. In our video, we wrote and executed our first C++ program. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to check it out. Today, we are going to dive into some fundamental concepts in C++, variables, data types, and basic operations. My name is Aminul Islam, and let's get started. In programming, a variable is a storage location in memory with a name and a data type. It can hold data that can be changed during program execution. Think of it like a container that stores different type of information. C++ supports several fundamental data types. Here are some of the most commonly used ones. First one is integer, which is used for integer numbers. The next is float for floating point numbers. And the next is double for double precision floating point numbers. And after that comes character, which are used for single characters. Then comes boolean or for boolean values, which is true or false. And the last one is string, which is used for strings of characters. Let's see how to declare and initialize variables in C++. So go to your VS Code or any other code editor which you are using right now, and let's write some code. So here is my editor where I have already included two header files here, which is iostream and string. And here is my main function where I am going to write the code here. So to declare a variable, you should first specify the data type followed by the variable name. So suppose my data type is integer, okay, and I am going to initialize it with the value age is equal to, suppose I am giving it 25. So what is the rule? First you should specify the data type here, and then the name you want to assign for it, and then the value. Okay, so I am assigning age is equal to 25. Next we have seen other data type, which one was float, right? So I am giving data type float, and suppose we want to give the name height. So I am writing height is equal to, so float means what? You can include here the point variable. Okay, so suppose I am writing as 5.9. So this is my float variable which I declared on the name height. My next type which I will declare, that is double. Double space GPA is equal to 3.8. And the next type which I will declare is character. Grade is equal to A. Okay, so you should keep in mind, whenever you declare a variable which is character or string type, you should declare it inside quotations. Either it can be single quotation or it can be double quotation, but it should be inside quotation. Okay, you don't need but you should not declare any variable with a integer, float, double or boolean. You cannot write them inside the quotation. You can just write character and string variable inside the quotation. So you should keep in mind that. And we have learned another type, which one was bool, which is true or false. It will indicate which is true or false. So I am writing bool is student is equal to true. Then I am declaring standard string name is equal to John. Okay, so we have seen how to declare the variables, and now we have declared our variables successfully. Now let us print it out. Okay, so for printing it out, we have to which command we are which syntax we use for printing it out. Do you remember? It is cout. Okay, so I have to write standard. Okay, I don't want to declare this standard variable every time, so I am declaring it once. So you should give using namespace standard. Okay, then you don't have to declare the standard variable every time. Okay, now I will just type cout. Suppose I have to give the name, I want to print out the name, again greater than sign, and you just have to write the name where you have stored. Okay, this John this John is stored inside which variable? This name variable. So I am writing here name and then end line. Okay, so this I will just copy and paste it down by down. Okay, and I will just change these things here, age, then height. Okay, you can see here is on error because we have in the age I have declared it with small case lowercase letter, and here I have given uppercase letter. So this is very case sensitive, so you should take care of this name, age, and height. Where is my height? Here we have declared height as height only, height, and the next one is GPA. Okay, GPA, and where is our GPA stored? Inside our GPA variable. Okay, then our next one is grade. So where is our grade stored? Inside our grade. Okay, and then after, at last, the boolean, which is student, which will be inside is student. Okay, so I have written the commands or the syntaxes for all of them. Now just try to print this all out and see the result. Okay, so I'm saving it and let me try to run this. Okay, now here you can see I have my name as John, age as 25, height as 5.9, GPA as 3.8, grade is A, and each student is 1. 1 means true and 0 means false. We have written here, you can see the bool is each student is equal to true, right? I have given true. So true, what it means true is once, okay, and false represent for 0. If it is false, and it will represent 0. I will just show you now only. False, I am declaring it as false, and now let us try to see the result. Okay, see, the false is declared as and the result for false is 0. So for in the boolean section, for true it will represent as 1, and for false it will represent as 0. So now let's perform some basic operations where with these variables we will do arithmetic operations and output and see the and try to see the output of the results. So I'm creating a new file, math.cpp. okay, and I will include our header files. Okay, I have included my header files. Now let us see some arithmetic operations here. So at first, the arithmetic operations will be of numbers, right? So for numbers we can use either integer, either float, or either double, right? So I am basically working on core numbers only. So I am not using the double or float variables. I am just working with integer data type. So I am declaring integer. Suppose a is equal to 10. Okay, I'm declaring it at first. A is equal to 10. That means inside a the stored value is 10. I will declare another variable which will be b. Okay, and for suppose b is equal to what? 5. I'm declaring b is equal to 5. That means the stored value inside b is 5. So I will declare another variable which will be sum. Okay, so the sum of a and b, what will be the sum of a and b? A plus b. So I'm writing a plus b. That means the value inside a and the value inside b, and the operation which will perform, it will be the sum. Okay, and the next I will do integer difference is equal to, suppose the difference will be a minus b. Then let me see the product. The product will be a into b, star sign or the multiplication sign. You should use it for the product. And let's see the quotient. For the quotient, what you should use? For quotient, you should use A divided by, sorry, not this one. For quotient, you should use the slash sign or the division sign, and for the remainder, you should use A, this percentage sign, and B. Here you can call it percentage sign or the modular sign, whatever you call it. Okay, so this is our basic operation. We have seen some difference, product, quotient, and remainder. So let us, sorry, I have made a mistake here. Can you identify what mistake I have made here? I have declared the variables. I have done everything right, but I didn't did it inside the main function. I didn't declare here any main function. Okay, so you should keep that in mind, that you should always declare the program, or you should always write the program inside your main function. So you should keep in mind that. So I am writing the main function, integer main, and inside that function I am writing whatever I want to, or whatever program I want to write. So now I want to print that function, print the result. So I am writing cout, and I want to see the sum in our remainder variable. Okay, so you can see I have written the basic programs where we have taken two variables A and B. Inside A we have stored 10, and inside B we have stored 5, and I have performed some mathematic problems here, and let's try to find out the solution. So I'm going to run the code here. Okay, it has shown me one error, which is, okay, we did not declare the return function. Okay, so I have to declare the return function. Return is equal to 0. Let's save it, and then let's try to run the code again. Okay, now you can see here the sum, which is A plus B, is equal to 15, and the difference A minus B is equal to 10 minus 5, which is 5, and the product, which is A into B, we got the product, which is 50. Quotient, okay, so here 5, so 10 divided by 5, which is 2. We have got the quotient is here, quotient here, and the remainder, which is 0, we have got it here. Okay, so here you can see we have successfully performed the some mathematical equations here. So that's it for this video. We have covered the basics of variables, data types, and basic operations in C++. In the next video, we will explore more about control structures like loops and conditions. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more programming tutorials. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below. Thank you for watching, and happy coding.